Good evening, OZMINING here. So we have today received 3 more L7s purchased locally in Australia, second hand. Got a really good deal for them, well I think anyway, around 6,000 Oz. And I think right now it's a good deal. I guess the proof in the pudding will be which way Doge goes, how much more hash rate comes on, or the L9s coming on. But at the moment, these have got good ROI, and I'm happy to add these to the fleet outside of L9s and potentially AL3s, which I have actually ordered some and on the way. These are really good bang for buck at the moment. So yes, picked up 3 more of these. So we'll go upstairs in a minute and I'll show you where I'm going to be putting them. Also just picking up some other little bits and pieces from Bunnings, just some shroud clamps, also some cables, because the L7s run 2 C13 cables. So let me show you here. I've actually picked up some more of these. These are pretty good. They're about a mil thick, sorry, 1 centimeter, no sorry, they're 1 mil internal cable, 3-core internal cable, 1 mil thick, which is bigger than the standard 0.75 mil. Ideally would like a little bit beefier internal cabling, but these actually do the job fine. They don't overheat, so I picked up some of them from Officeworks this evening just to get these up and running. And I've also picked up some Velcro stickers. Actually, these are for my new notice boards over here, but we'll come back to them in a minute. Let's just go upstairs, have a quick look, then we'll come back and I'll show you what the game plan is for the OZMINING warehouse in the next few days. Actually, one thing I'll just show you guys, we've actually got, like, most of the L7s I got already are the 9.05 mega hash. However, we have 2 of the more high power, let me just zoom in that a little, focus on that. We've got 2 of the 9003 or 9.3 mega hash. So 1, and let's try and get that zoomed in, 2. And this one down here I think is an, can we see it? It's an 8.8, I think. Hang on. 8.8 mega hash. So there we go. That's much better. Yeah, 8.8. We've got 9.3 and 9.3. So nice to get a couple of the more powerful L7s there. Let's go up and see what the warehouse is looking upstairs. Downstairs it's still a bomb site. Sorry, we'll get there 1 year. Not even 1 day, 1 year. So yeah, I had a really busy night the other night. Before I go in, I'll talk to you because it's a little bit noisy in there. Not too noisy, but so I started at 5 AM the other night. I really wanted to get things progressed in here, and I actually had to change some of the shelves around in there. So I had to take all my ASICs off, all the cables. I had to demolish the shelf, rebuild it, just because I wanted to get some different gaps between the different shelves. And I wanted to get it right because I feel like this setup I've got here now is not going to change for a while. And as you'll see now, I've got 2 ASICs on the top shelf, 2 in the middle, 2 in the bottom. So I'm going to try and run these shelves with 6 ASICs on it. And then those then vent out to the outside venting that I've got over there. And each window will take 6 ASICs. So at the moment, I am planning to, if I get all my ASICs up and running, I will have 13 ASICs. And that's pretty much the limit to what the power I've brought up here at the moment, because I've only brought, in my distribution boards, I've only got around half the power available at the moment. So I have actually asked my electrician today if he can come and actually give me some more power points. And I think I'm going to actually get some power coming out of the ceiling, because these shelves are going to be running 1, 2, 3 and 4 across the warehouse mezzanine up here. And I'm then going to run my small box monitors over here and vent them out up there. And I would really love to get some GPUs up and running, but it's really my low priority at the moment. But I might get some GPUs running here and then move my desk over here. Or I might even move my desk, to be honest, downstairs in the warehouse. It's a lot cooler, so maybe my desk will go down there. But at the moment, I'm enjoying having my desk up here because I can quickly get on the computer, get the miners up and running on the software, etc. So I might bring it over here, and then maybe long term we'll go downstairs. But I'm starting to now develop where I want to have the miners, have them set up. I did have a fellow miner who I've been buying some ASICs off actually join me up at the warehouse the other day, and he actually mentioned about maybe longer term to get a grill on the outside of the window and put a really big massive fan there and suck all of the air out of the warehouse. So that's some options, or suck in. There's definitely options there to utilize some airflow, but for now it's actually working. Touch wood. Actually, touch wood. Look at my door. I've got a few. These are stickers from Nakamoto Mining, so thank you, Nakamoto Mining. And we've got Pleb Miner, Bitcoin, and KASPA. So thank you for sending stickers. Love it. I've actually put another big order in for Nakamoto Mining. So enjoy your Christmas, mate. But yeah, once you're up and running, if you can get those 3D printed and off to Australia ASAP, that will be amazing. So yes, I'm really starting to get the layout that I want correct. And again, yesterday I literally took this whole shelf apart, and to zoom out a little bit, and I had to lift up that bottom shelf, move that one up, just to get it's more to do with where these bars come across, and they were actually inhibiting where I wanted to get the ducting coming out, so a little bit painful. I probably need to do it on this one, but I just don't know if I can be bothered, because it took me about 3 hours, 4 hours to get that changed. It's a lot of time, which I don't really have. But the ducting's working quite well. I've actually moved the ducting a lot closer to the window. Again, I could possibly go closer again, but I'm also a bit restricted where my power points are over here. So that's why I'm thinking, now I know where these are going to go, I might actually drop my power coming down from the ceiling. And look, I could get the ASICs a lot closer to the window, but I think just for like noise, potential, I don't know, anything coming in, I've got this system here where there's a little bit of a gap between the ASICs and the window. And also, if anything comes back in, just say moisture, on a, you know, a 1 million to 1 chance any moisture comes in, at least I've got a little bit of a gravity thing where it's going to stop there and not come actually into the machinery. But yeah, the plan will be, I've got 6 more exhaust vents over there, 6 more here, and that will keep me going for a while, because I've got up to 13 miners that I can plug at the moment, and I've got 3 AL3s on the way. Sorry, I almost fell over there. So my plan at the moment, I've got 2 L7s there. They're the 9 mega hash L7s. I do have another L7 here, but that's the one that I brought with a broken hash board, but I didn't send it back because it's still probably worth the money I paid for it with 2 hash boards. I don't know, it does annoy me a bit that it's broken, but the bigger picture is it's not a bad deal. Then I've got 3 more L7s downstairs, which I get on here. So this will be a fully L7 shelf, 2 full 6 L7s. And then we've got the 2 L9s at the bottom there. The L9s are running really nicely at the moment. Love these L9s. And above the L9s, we've got 4 Ice River KS5s. 2 of them are the KS5Ms. Sorry, 3 are KS5Ms and 1 is the KS5L. I do have another KS5L there at the moment, but I actually had to use some spoofers and a shroud kit from him. So he wasn't making as much profit as the Dogecoin miners, so he's just on the bench at the moment. But stay warm, do some stretches, mate. You're coming back on the field soon, hopefully. So yeah, that's where we're at. Pretty happy with progress. It's been a lot of toil and hard work, but we're slowly getting to a setup which I think is going to work. And I now feel that heat is not a problem. I do have the air conditioner on, but I actually think I can switch this off really soon. The only reason I haven't switched the aircon off is because the L9s are only running they're still running the stock fans with a shroud kit just exhausting the hot air. I want to wait till I have the whole shroud kits onto the L9s, and then I'll switch off the air conditioning. But it's actually pretty cool in here, and it's really cool downstairs in the warehouse. So back when I used to be ducting all the air down into the warehouse, it was so hot in here. It was manageable, I guess, for the machines, but for human beings, it was not manageable being in the warehouse. But now, the noise is low. Again, I'm just coming back a little bit. It's probably around 50 something decibels, 55 decibels, so a lot quieter than what it would be with all the stock fans on. I will say quickly though, the new L9 stock fans, I think they've done some improvements to the fans because they're not as loud as the L7s, or even like the Ice Rivers are massively loud, but I feel like they've definitely done some improvements to make the newer amp miners a little bit quieter. So great job, Bitmain. Overall, I am really happy with the heat in here. I feel I can definitely get all of my ASICs in here. The GPUs might be a different story, but again, I think I will have to box them in and do something and just vent all that hot air out. So that can be managed as well. But for now, ASICs in here are working well. Again, I have been upgrading my plugs I've been using. I don't think standard plugs are really the way to go, so I might change the actual outlets for ones that screw into this. It's like a captive plug, it's called. But again, we're learning as we go. We're finding out what works and what doesn't work. But definitely for the next set of outlets, I'm going to try and do something where they actually come down onto the shelf or they're up on the ceiling. We'll figure that out. So let's go downstairs and let's go and look at my list of things to do, which is getting bigger at the moment. But look, at least we do have a list and we can stay focused and just work through what we need to work through. All right. Oh, I can't wait to get these unplugged. Coming soon, guys. Coming soon. Let's get the list looked at first. So this is my to-do list. So on the last video, it's I've got to do, and it's broken into setup miners, infrastructure, and other things. Then procurement, which is a big part of crypto mining, is what's in transit, what's to buy, and my thinking, my wish list, I guess. So yeah, so at the moment, let's just go to, in terms of the work we've done the last few days, we did get, so essentially we did get 2 of the L7s set up. I haven't actually switched them on because it's 5 AM, but they are ready to go. So I'm going to leave them there. I'm not going to totally wipe them out until I got them switched on and hashing fine, but I have already tested them. Now the good news is these L7s arrived today, so that I'll wipe that off properly in a minute. But that they'll actually come over to here now. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. So one list gets smaller, one gets bigger. I did actually get a notification from NHASH today that these are getting shipped. So it's the notification where I think DHL or whatever, or FedEx have been notified of the job. So they haven't actually been collected by the courier yet, but that has been triggered. So I'm hoping in next week, so probably the first week of January, maybe a little bit longer because the holidays, we will have the AL3s. But I really want to get all of these L7s up and running first, and depending on what power I've got until my electrician gets here, I might have to switch off some KS5Ms, the KASPA miners, because the AL3s are going to be pretty hot, and I want to get them hashing quickly before the hash rate really skyrockets on those. So getting them up and running quickly. I think they will use the same shroud kits as the KS5Ms. So what I'll probably do is I'll remove the KS5Ms, drop these in the middle and get them hashing ASAP. And I have also ordered more shroud kits for the AL3s, and I think more for the L7s. I might have enough spare to keep me going, but I have ordered some more as well. So that's kind of being made at the moment. I don't have any update on that specifically. So yeah, a little bit of progress, but again, there's a big list here, not as much as I'd like. Have I got any of these? Oh, I was in Bunnings earlier. I should have picked up some spray paint. I forgot that. Let's have a look. GPUs, nothing on there. I did move the mini miner shelf, which was good. So I'll get rid of the word move, but I now need to, with the mini miner shelf, do the exhausting. So that's a little bit of a project to do there. I did get some exhaust done. Actually, this is good. So we got one of them done. So I have my 5 windows. So I've got 5 windows upstairs. Hang on. So 3 have been done now. So there's only 2 to go. So there'll be 6 more exhaust vents on 2 windows. So there's some progress there. nothing security. I have put an email out to a company to do a quote for the mezzanine, so potentially in here build another level in the warehouse just to double my floor space. But here's the thing, I don't know if I need any space down here for the crypto mining. It looks like I might have enough juice up there and ability to exhaust the heat to not need any extra room, but I still might do it, because what happens when I've used up my 400 amps? Well, I will potentially look at some infrastructure changes to bring in more amps. So yeah, something on the radar there. Hire help, yeah. One day in my dreams, be good to get someone else on board to help. So yeah, look, that's the main stuff, making some progress there. Hopefully by the time I do the next video, you'll see some more ticks here. I'd love to get this shelf of the 1, 2, 3 of the 6 L7s. That's my real main focus now, is to get these L7s up and running. Will I get them all done today? Probably not. I'm probably going to spend a couple hours at the warehouse. Look, this is real. This is 10 o'clock at night, yeah. So crypto mining, it is passive, but you've got to invest time and effort to get things set up to make it passive. So this is not financial advice. This is reality crypto mining. You know, you do need to invest time. So a lot of you might have a day job, obviously got family commitments. Crypto mining is not top priority. You know, it's health, it's family, it's the day job. So you must just be aware, if you're going to set something like this up, you definitely need to make time and squeeze it where possible. But if you can, just be careful, because there's a lot of investment here, a lot of money. There's no point in buying, you know, X thousands of dollars of miners if you can't get them switched in, which I've actually been guilty of before. Time is a big commitment when you're crypto mining, at least to get it set up. When it's all set up, generally it's more maintenance, tweaking, monitoring. That's the beauty then, that's really passive. But you've got to do the activity to make it, to get to passive. So, all right, anyway guys, enough of the lecture there. We are making some progress. So I just want to say massive thanks. We've been on this journey now for, it'll be our 4th year, and it's been amazing. We are progressing, we're ramping up. I honestly couldn't do it without a lot of your help, for your sofas, behind your test benches, from the beach, wherever you are. All your help is really helpful and constructive. So whilst I try and give out and do these videos and try and inspire and help others, I also get a lot of help back. So it's a good two-way street in terms of the crypto mining community. So I really appreciate that. So on that note, I'm going to say big thank you again. All right, take care. See ya. Goodbye.